Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Monday, February 21st, 2022. It's almost here. 2/2/2/2. That's tomorrow. Today's 2/1. Sorry. Gotta wait one more day. And I just don't want to forget it because it's coming tomorrow. So there, well, today we're getting ready for a storm, which technically at 6 p.m. now is here. And for the next 24 hours, we are going to be hit with a little bit of everything, but we're kind of on that icy, rainy mix side. So we're going to focus on that today. We'll talk about that in the headlines and keeping you safe on that. Plus, we're going to check in with the snow removal experts. Yes, Mark Hoda will be here from our Streets Division, Public Works. He'll tell us his approach on this type of storm, and we'll just talk in general about the snow and ice removal coming up. Plus, we check in with Tiffany Schultz, Better Business Bureau. We're talking about buying and selling jewelry safely. That's right, 'tis the season. We'll break that down for you coming up. Well, let's jump into the weather. And anytime we talk about the weather, remind you to check the weather frequently. And here's what our friends from the National Weather Service, Milwaukee Sullivan, are saying. Again, things might have changed a little bit, so keep that in mind as you're going through this. But winter weather advisory is in effect this evening into Tuesday for all southern Wisconsin. A wintry mix of light, freezing rain and sleet is expected to start this evening and will continue through Tuesday. Expect travel impacts tonight through Tuesday, and it's look for increasing chances of rain and freezing rain, sleet later, basically now through Tuesday. That's kind of what we're really talking about here. Rain, freezing rain, and sleet. The winter weather advisory in effect for all of our area, and it's because that freezing rain is expected over much of the area. And as cool temperatures arrive, that transition is what's causing all of the issues to, why we're here. And you see the sleet and freezing rain stuff tonight, and then tomorrow you see kind of where that transition had. And that's the big question, is where is this going to set in? But we're still going to see a messy day tomorrow at the very least. So make sure you plan ahead and be safe out there as you do head out. We've got some ice storm safety tips for you. First and foremost, keep your car off the road. Freezing rain can make roads slippery in seconds. If you can, wait to drive until the roads have been salted or sanded. And to stick to major routes, remember that it takes longer to stop on snow and ice, so stay well behind the car in front of you. You must, if you must go outside, beware of the icy sheets and ice-covered branches, wires that is, which could break and fall under the weight. See down hanging power lines? Let the power company or local police know. Assume the lines are still live and keep away from them. If you drive onto a downed line, stay in your car, slowly maneuver your vehicle off the line, or call police or call 911 to make sure. I would say just call 911 and don't move anything. I'm going to just ask Andrew that. It's probably a good thing just to wait in your car. He's on fire, so he can always correct me if I'm wrong or tell me a better way. Do not try to move the lines. Never, ever. Assume they're always live. So important here. Dress for the weather, too, with boots and shoes with rubber soles, which will give you the best traction. They also make traction things that you can put onto your shoes and boots, so you may want to consider that. Use handrails near stairways whenever possible on public transportation or when going in and out of a building. And those might be slippery too, so be careful. I mentioned that I have fallen in the past on ice and sprained my ankle, and everything was icy and just whoop. It happens just like that. Yeah. Stay tuned to your local radio and TV stations to listen for advisories and check the weather frequently. Make sure your home and car emergency kits are complete with supplies you need to sustain 72 hours in case the worst thing happens. We never know, right? We prepare for the worst, hope for the best. How about that car emergency prepared kit? If you need some ideas for that. Oh, yeah. Andrew's reminding me, too. You want to make sure you check those. Watch out for ice dams and stuff, too. Those do form, and we've had some snow, so some people may have been faced with some of that already. So if you haven't already checked out it, make sure if you think you got some issues, water getting inside the home from freezing rain that sneaks underneath the between the gutter and the shingles and gets in your house, you can check in on that with using a contractor, because I don't know there's any other And finally, make sure you prepare your car for emergencies. That includes, but not limited to, flashlights, batteries, jumper cables, warm clothes, boots, and blankets, phone charger, and an ice scraper. You need an ice scraper for sure. Water, food, have it all ready, especially if you're planning on traveling. Although I would make alternate plans if you do have to be on the roads tomorrow. All right, other news for you. Let's talk about the ARPA and TID closure investment plan. This plan has been put out by the mayor, and now we have the council's proposed amendments to the plan, 24 of them listed here on the screen. You can check out those amendments online now at our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Read on the whole plan and what's this all about. If you're kind of curious, we've had some introductory meetings on this, and on this Wednesday, the process will move forward with a presentation at COW, that's Committee of the Whole, to discuss the council's amendments. That's happening this Wednesday night. It'll be live on our Gov channel at 3. And then we move on to a public hearing on the amendments and then discussion and adoption of the spending plan. That's both happening on March 22nd. On-street parking public survey is out there for you to take, and says here on January 31st, Fitchburg staff held a public meeting on street parking issues and potential solutions. We'd like to hear from you and how to use the street parking and how we can improve it. If you're interested, we'd love to hear from you. Please fill out the survey by March 11th. The survey is not too long, pretty easy to fill out, and we want to get your feedback so we can add it into further discussion and plans. Turning our attention to COVID, do you have concerns about a possible exposure to COVID? Or one of these questions? Well, did you test positive for COVID? What do you do next? What if you had an exposure? What if you need to get tested? What if? Okay, I'm getting excited, but it's all there right on the screen. You can go to any of those websites, which are all the same. It's just the backslash is different, right? Public health, mdc.com. Start there. And if you're sick, type in sick. If you're exposed, type in exposed. Testing, you get it. Vaccinations, all of the information at your fingertips. And that's what is going on with public health. So if you have any concerns on what's going on, it's where you start. All right, turning our attention to a yoga instructor. After all this news that we've gone through today, we need to relax. And this class might be the one for you, right? So here it says, meet our yoga for all levels instructor. It's Allie. Allie is passionate about showcasing how brilliant our bodies can be and harnessing that positive power of our minds. She has been practicing yoga for 10 years plus and has been teaching yogas for over 3 years as well in the Madison area. So you can join her for her next session of yoga for all levels starting on March 1st. For more information or to register, go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov, and click on Rex. Parks and Recs. Yes, and then you can fill out the information and get registered. Finally, turning to a recall alert. In recent days, you may have heard of this. It's a recall alert on baby formula. FDA putting this out. It says, did you recently buy or receive baby formula? There's a recall affecting select types of powdered formula. Again, this is select types of powdered formula that you should be aware of. It's due to a possible bacteria contamination. There's a full list online. We have that list for you and a link when Andrew goes to post up these headlines for the day. They will be there and available at your fingertips. And we post this up on our Facebook when we post up the headlines each day. So you'll have that. And if you do have baby and are doing the formula, we had to do some of the powdered formula. And yeah, eventually you transition to it potentially. So either way, check it out. Make sure that it's not on the list, the one you're using. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we're going to talk about snow and ice removal ahead of the storm. It's I guess not really ahead now, it's here. But we want you to stay safe as you head out there. Plus, Better Business Bureau, we're going to be talking about tips for buying and selling jewelry. That's all coming up on Talking Fitchburg.